So how would you like to begin, my love? Hey y'all.
Hey.
Oh wait, don't say y'all.
Don't say it.
Hey guys, Shawn here. This is Ashley. We're just trying to let you guys know what we're going to be up to for the next year, but a little bit about ourselves first. My name's Shawn. I grew up with 6 brothers and 2 loving parents, and I miss them very dearly. I moved here to be with Ashley. Growing up, we all played hockey, all 6 of my brothers. My brother actually played a little bit of pro hockey. We all played for our local high school. Hockey was life growing up. Good times, a lot of good people, a lot of good memes. I've played music growing up my entire life. I messed around with lessons for a little, but I've just enjoyed kind of the creation of my own stuff. Just noodling. Graduated from Pequannock High School. Tough 4 years, but we got through. I got in trouble a lot in high school. A lot of principal's office visits. I would apologize to a lot of my teachers, but you know what? I think it molded me as a person. Also, I went to William Patterson University in New Jersey. Pios, shout out.
Sorry.
And I played hockey there for 4 years. We went to nationals a few times. Actually had the opportunity to go to Europe and play hockey over there. But yeah, now I live in Florida. Pretty much live in paradise. There's a palm tree behind us. I've had something in my tooth this whole time.
Okay.
So how about you, baby? Let's just do it.
Oh God.
Okay? Look at me.
Well, I'm Ashley. I'm from Vernon, New Jersey originally, but lived in New York when I was little too for a little while. And it's really beautiful there. There's a lot of mountains, so I used to go skiing all the time. I have 2 awesome parents and 1 sister, so as far as siblings go, the total opposite of Shawn. Growing up, my dad was a music producer, so I was exposed to music a ton. I played the piano, I played the guitar, bass, played in the orchestra for a little while. Into high school, I started running track and field. I did cross country and I did soccer my last 2 years, so fitness and sports became super important to me, and I started to realize the correlation between like how much training I would do and how well I would perform and how well my nutrition was and how well I would perform. That led me to choose a degree in exercise science, where I went on to William Patterson University and did my first 2 years there. It was awesome. It's cool. I didn't do a ton of fun stuff, but it was cool. After my freshman year, my parents announced to us that we would be moving to Florida. And it's something they had always wanted to do, but I didn't think was actually ever gonna, they would ever go through with, but it did. And they moved to Florida when I was starting my sophomore year at William Patterson. And then I moved to Florida. My dad flew up to Jersey and I packed up my whole dorm room and we drove to Florida. And I've been here ever since, and I absolutely love it here. It's beautiful. I feel like we're on vacation every day, and I'm still now studying exercise science at USF. I'm in their exercise science program right now, so I'll be graduating next May. I'm super passionate about holistic health and nutrition and yoga and meditation and really good food and fitness and just overall reconnecting with yourself. So I think exercise and fitness is super important in that process.
Going back to the meditation and the yoga and everything, I was never really on that path at all. My family was not as, I want to say we weren't as spiritual as you guys, I guess. So when I met Ashley, she introduced me to all this yoga and meditation, and I noticed a total change in my outlook on life. And so yeah, she had a big impact on me. Now we're here.
I guess that kind of brings it to us.
Yeah, the story.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's a good story. The old Willie P. Hockey House. I think it was after a game, sitting on the couch, and in
Nice.
comes this long...
Be nice.
In comes this long, tan, and handsome, absolute snapshot of her mother. Just a spitting image. And, whew, swept me off my feet. I think she was wearing jeans. Until this day, I've never seen her wear jeans ever again. You don't wear jeans, but you wore jeans that night.
It was just a
That's
jeans
good.
day. They
Yeah.
come infrequently, but...
Right.
So we met at one of their hockey parties after a game, and the only caveat is I knew I was moving to Florida. And a month later, I moved.
And we knew each other for like 3 months before you left.
And we knew we wanted to start a long distance relationship. So for the next year, I lived here in Florida, and Shawn lived exactly 1,003 miles away in New Jersey.
21 hours, 32 minutes.
You know?
Of course I do.
That's cute.
I have nightmares about it.
Yeah, it was...
So
I think it was good for us to be apart for a little bit. As tough as it was, there was never really a moment that I didn't think it would work out, or that, or that we wouldn't end up together. Shawn decided that since I still had school left, it would probably be easier for him to move here. So he moved in to my house. My sister goes to school in UCF. Hey, Sky. Check her out. Skylar May.
At Skylar May.
He moved in with my parents and I here in Florida, in like the Tampa Bay area. And
Easy
we've been here
transition.
for about 6 months. It's been pretty cool.
Easy transition. I miss my family, I miss my friends, but I love these people. And they love me. I hope. It's a good time. Can't wait to fall in love with our bus project. You think that drive was a test on our relationship. This bus is we're gonna be at each other's throats.
I hope not.
That'll be fun. We're gonna be great. So we decided on the bus because we wanted to travel, we wanted to see the country. We have imaginations and like where we want to go in the world, different countries. You got an eyelash.
Thanks.
Save that for later. Or the thirst for travel. Like I said, I've been over to Europe. Wanderlust, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So the reason we got the bus, we wanted to basically travel before we got to a point in our lives where we couldn't travel anymore. A lot of people like to travel, when they retire. We figured we're young, let's do it now. Let's see the world, let's have experience. Because as people, as two human beings, we're going to grow, and it's going to equip us better for life later on.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have experiences that we can talk about and remember forever, and it's going to enhance our relationships. It's going to enhance our daily life. We're going to learn so much. I think we'll be well equipped for becoming adults. I mean, we are adults, but
I still have a year of school left, and we've both been pretty against the idea of renting. Not that there's anything wrong with renting, it's just that I know like most young people end up having to do it, and we're super fortunate that we have my parents who let us stay with them. We know there's not a lot of people who have the same opportunity for that, so that's something that just helped out a lot.
Fortunate.
We toyed around with the idea of when I was finished with school, with maybe buying a piece of land, building a farm on it, and building a tiny house, and basically just kind of building like a ranch. Thought it would be super cool, and I still think it's super cool.
Storage container. That was
Maybe.
our first idea. Remember, we heard about the storage containers. We were like, oh my god, well, we could do this.
But then I thought, to myself, I'm 21, Shawn's 25. I'm just not ready to buy land, have a mortgage, put a down payment on a house, build a house, and definitely wanted to really avoid renting and giving our money away and not investing in anything that would actually be ours. We had heard a lot about, obviously since we were interested in tiny houses, we had heard about schoolies and school buses and van conversions. Thought that was a super cool idea. We saw Expedition Happiness on Netflix and had seen plenty of stuff on YouTube, and I one day kind of just said to Shawn randomly, like, I'm not ready to decide where I want to live for the rest of my life. I haven't even seen this whole country, and how can I say I want to live here for the rest of my life and just put all of my eggs in one basket? So I said, why don't we convert a school bus and drive around the country and make something that's ours, and we can either sell it one day or keep it, or, you know, do whatever with it, use it for trips. Within the next few days, we were researching anything and everything schooly. The process of buying them, how much the bus itself costs, how much the conversion costs, and what we liked, what we didn't like about it, and we were like shopping for school buses within a day. Yeah, so we're gonna live in a school bus.
You almost forgot to mention the tiny home craze. We were like spending whole Sundays watching tiny home videos, like,
Yeah,
and like
and,
writing down
designing them,
ideas,
yeah.
and like we have layouts of our old houses and stuff.
My parents were really supportive in the whole schooly idea. Obviously, they came in with some precautionary advice and all that, but for their honeymoon, they rented a van and camped down the West Coast, going to all the national parks. So when we told them, like, hey, we might want to do this, they were like, oh, that's cool, have fun. Like, so my mom literally said, like, I feel like you and Shawn could move on to a school bus. I feel like I could see you guys doing that. That would be really cool. So it's kind of crazy. She predicted the future.
Was it Denise telling us that?
It's that Belizean, like,
She was like, get these kids out of here. We didn't immediately, I don't think we immediately thought like, oh, can't wait to take pictures and like post them online and YouTube and all that. We were excited about the bus, but then we realized where we found out about all this stuff. It was all online from other, you know, schoolie conversion couples or just people in general who have converted school buses, and we were like, man, like, we could do this too. We have a lot to offer. We, you know,
maybe doing something different than you always saw yourself doing.
Right.
And we want to let people know, like, our age, that, hey, you know, there's more to life than going to high school to get you into college, just to get you into a 9-to-5 job so that you can work the rest of your life.
I think they get presented opportunities that at the time they feel like they can't pass up. They'll maybe get like someone will throw a $60,000 job in their face a year, and they're like, oh my God, like, I've never seen 60 grand before. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
So they hop in and they end up.
And as well as just living a little bit more consciously, living
Right.
a little more simply and sustainably. It is a goal to make the bus as sustainable and as zero waste as possible. You don't have to live a life with things. And it's really easy to say that, but I think it's even harder to do it. You know, what happens when you say goodbye to a couple thousand square feet of space? You know, or when you say goodbye to like a toilet that flushes, or you know, being able to grab snacks that are packaged in plastic. It's just all so easy to do, but I think it's just as easy not to. It just takes that first step, and that's why I'm super proud of us for going through with the bus, because it would have been so easy to say, this is really cool, like, you know, that's so awesome, that's something I would love to do, and then actually doing it. You're never going to achieve what you want unless you unless you do it.
I feel like the world too, it puts us in a situation where it's hard to change. You go to the grocery store, what do they do with your packages? I mean, they give you plastic bags. Everything you buy from the store is wrapped in plastic. Everything. It's like, and what are we gonna do? Go buy all our food from a farm? We could, but I mean, it might change 2 people, and that's better than nothing. But we need mass change. All change starts small.
We really wanted to, again, create a platform that we could inspire our peers to do something a little outside of your box. Also to give back to the community. We really want to share as step by step, the process of converting the bus and just providing information on how to do the same kind of constructions. I know that we're entirely taking on this process by using our own skills, our own hands, tools.
I want it to be the least amount of trial and error as possible, because trial and error can be expensive, but then again, you learn by messing up. So all in good fun. I can't wait for the conversion.
We'd love to kind of take you on our journey as well, show you the cool places we're going,
Virtual tour.
cool things we're doing, a bit of our fitness, how we plan on staying fit on the road.
Diet on the road. You can still have a clean, healthy diet even when living on the road. How many times have you gone on vacation or away for work on a trip and you just eat like you can beep it out, and your diet suffers dramatically? I'm thinking it's going to be a lot of harvesting in the woods.
I'm also going to be creating a blog where I share recipes, nutrition, fitness, just kind of keeping up with us too, and that'll coincide with our videos and what Shawn plans on taking on as well. Professional dancing.
You ever seen Magic Mike?
Whoa.
I always knew that I wanted to help people. Learned it from my grandpa. He always got so much joy helping people, and my dad was the same way, and I feel like I'm destined to help people. I want to be able to give back to the world because I was given such a fortunate life and a healthy body.
It would be awesome to kind of just see what other people think about this lifestyle, and hopefully that we can, even if you don't move into a school bus, to live outside of your comfort zone. It's good to be uncomfortable. It makes that's what makes you grow. If you have any interest in health, fitness, nutrition, spirituality, sustainability, we're going to be talking a lot about the ways that those are important in our lives, and even better yet, ways that you can incorporate them into your life. So
appreciate your support. Show us some love. Do like, subscribe, and we welcome you on our journey. It's gonna be a wild ride. I didn't even think about that, babe. That's so funny.
Be prepared to see what we've got coming next. Oh God. John's upside down. Can you come up into a crow again? Put your elbows on your knees on the elbows. Wow, that's so good. I'm proud of you.
Okay, I'm stuck. Okay, Ashley, I can't move.
Okay.
Help me. I'm serious.
Okay.